I am bringing you some very bad news.
First thing that went through my head was get the out of my house.
We're so confused as to how we put ourselves in this mess.
It's frightening.
I never imagined.
Money, 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 money.
I work in merchandising for a drugstore.
I'm currently on mat leave. Before that, I was an assistant supervisor at a daycare. When we were living with my in-laws, I could say we were probably living like the life. Newlyweds, no rent.
I think we took advantage selfishly and didn't save enough.
Things just kind of moved really quickly after that. We kind of did like everything.
Buying a house was definitely both of our dreams. You know, get the dog and the whole storybook, fairy tale, yeah, that's what we want.
We bought our house and everybody wanted to come see it, so we were entertaining like pretty much every weekend last year. And then this summer we had our son, so we've got a lot of people coming over again this year.
We love to throw parties at home. We just love to entertain.
Mike and I totally egg each other on. If that'll make you happy, then go ahead and buy them.
I am the biggest sap you will ever meet for my wife.
We want to make each other happy, but in the end, it's starting to make us miserable because it's not doing us any good.
I really don't know where all the money goes, to be quite honest with you. I guess when I see each individual monthly bill, I sort of worry about it then, but as soon as it goes in that filing cabinet, it's pretty much gone out of my mind.
It's like a black hole when we put our bills into the file cabinet.
I handle all the money in the house.
It's always a joke. We make it a joke, because if we make it a joke, it's okay.
I'm doing a horrible job with it.
If Gail could help us, it would be to give me a plan so that I wouldn't feel so lost every month when it came to our money and our situation.
This month, I'll help this couple move from red to black. I've been solving money problems for over 20 years, tackling everything from high finance to low income. I help people understand money and debt, which is still a huge mystery for most folks. And it's the #1 reason couples split up. So now I'm making house calls. As newlyweds, Sandy and Mike lived rent-free with his parents. Now they're homeowners, and in just 2 years, they've managed to rack up $60,000 of debt. They're living in a dream world, but their fairy tale romance may have an unhappy ending if I can't make them see the light.
Gail Vaz-oxlade.
Sandy, nice to meet you.
These high school sweethearts have made their first home a love nest. Special moments. And it's costing them.
What do you think you've sunk into the place so far?
10?
That's all? Just about 10,000? I know you did the floors and they cost you 5.
10 in probably just renovations and probably more in decorating.
Where's the puppy?
He's at the kennel.
All that's missing from this house is the white picket fence and a touch of reality.
Everything was really great at one point, and then I guess somehow, somewhere, we just kind of sort of lost our way.
I can look into your life and I can see when it was really great. It was really great when you were living rent-free.
Yes, that was a good time.
Here's the huge problem. Parents do this to their kids all the time. Oh, we don't want any rent. And then they get you guys used to living on a disposable income you will never again have for the rest of your lives. You are both way worse off than you think. So what do you make as a family?
About 85 grand a year.
Okay. And what would you say your annual expenses are?
God, we don't even know.
This is a significant part of your problem. Your fixed expenses total almost $4,000 a month, which means that you're spending about, I can't even believe this, 82% of your income on your fixed expenses. Okay, this is not food. There's no entertainment in this. This house is way too expensive for you guys. It's why you're running out of money. The other reason is that your spending is totally out of control. 74% of your money. This is a monthly average over 6 months. $650 a month at the department store.
Seriously.
Kid stuff, $330. That's above the department store. Family and gifts, $250. Charity. You people are very generous. You give $140 a month to charity, but you're giving away money you don't have because it's not your money. It's a credit card company's money. $174 a month on the dog? Are you sending him to university? 82 plus 74 equals 100. Nuh-uh. This is no thought given. Out comes a credit card, out comes a line of credit, everything. You've been paying your mortgage with your line of credit. So you're likely paying 3 times your original interest rate. You're freaking insane. You are. You're insane. You're spending $9,400 a month more than you make every single month.
That's ridiculous. Oh my goodness.
In 2 years, you've managed to rack up over $61,000 in debt. Keep it up, and in 5 years, $1.1 million in debt. You are the worst I have come across so far. And what I have as your cure is some nasty medicine. Are you prepared to do anything I ask to solve this problem?
Yes.
Yes.
You promise?
Promise.
Okay. Over the next month, I'm going to give you a series of challenges to do. You do the challenges, I'll give you up to $5,000 to help take a nickel to this. Okay, you don't do the challenges, you don't get the money. We're going to get your spending back in line with your income. We're going to find a way to get that debt paid down. We're going to get you focused on the same objectives. It's frightening.
I never imagined.
No, and you know what? When you giggle, it looks like it doesn't matter, but I know it does. And I'm sorry that it's going to be hard, but it is going to be hard. I don't come out if I don't think I can help. But, and it's a big but, it's not going to be easy. You're going to make some major changes. Coming up, it's back to square one for Sandy and Mike.
You owe us $800.
Can we get a loan?
Money, money, money. Money, 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 money.
High school sweethearts, Sandy and Mike, have been playing house with real money.
In 2 years, you've managed to rack up over $61,000 in debt.
I really cannot describe the feelings that just washed over me.
Wow.
It's just like hitting a wall.
New house, new baby, new dog. They've been spending 3 times their income trying to create the perfect life.
The whole storybook, fairy tale, yeah, that's what we want.
They've dug a hole so deep, they may be my worst family ever.
Keep it up, and in 5 years, $1.1 million in debt.
By allowing Sandy and Mike to live at home without paying any rent, their parents haven't done them any favors. Now it's been left to me to teach these 2 kids how money works. For the next month, this couple will learn to live on a strict cash budget. No more credit cards. They'll complete weekly challenges to tackle their money and relationship issues. And if they're willing to change, I will reward them with thousands of dollars to pay down their debt. No changes, no money.
Now that you don't have any credit cards and you don't have any debit cards, you will be living on cash. I am cutting your variable spending by 84%. And what does that mean, you say? Well, what it means is that every week you will have $87.50 for food. You will have $75 for transportation, $12.50 for entertainment.
Wow. That'll be a
You
great
may
week.
have to save up for a few weeks, okay?
Bring on the fun.
You will have $18.75 for clothing and gifts. And just to put this into context, that works out to $75 a month compared to the $1,200 a month you were previously spending on clothing and gifts.
Okay.
And then other, $21.25 a week. Now, because you're living on cash and money has a tendency to just float through your fingers, what you have to do is you have to write it down, which is where the budget binder comes in. You spend $50, you deduct it, you see what you have left, that's all you have. Which brings me to your first challenge. Because you are childlike in your management of money and you are naive, you're going back to school with a bunch of grade 7s, learning how money works and how to manage money appropriately.
That's fun, fun, fun. That's probably the most embarrassing, knowing we've got to sit in a classroom with children that are as young as my niece.
Wow.
So it's a mom and a dad and a baby and a puppy. And we're going to look at the expenses of a family like that.
This is my baby.
Okay, so Eden the banker is handing out your monthly banking statement. Eden the banker wants to make sure that you are balanced at the end of the month. So add up all of the withdrawals and subtract them from the deposit and see where you end up at the end of the month. Can you please pay your mortgage to the banker?
$1,500.
Okay, next your car payment and your credit card.
Handing out all that money all at once obviously registers it. Budgeting and writing things down and seeing what you're doing on a monthly basis is definitely necessary, so.
Oh, I only have $600.
It says here you owe us $800, so you're in debt $200.
Can we get a loan? 200.
Because of your amount on your credit history, we cannot loan you any more money. I think you should cut down on the entertainment and restaurants.
I never had that conversation with my parents, so we need to break a cycle that has been maybe happening in our family and change that with Chase.
Okay, guys, take that round of applause for Sandy and Mike. Thank you so much.
So did you learn anything?
Well, I think we learned, obviously, to budget. Number one. First and foremost.
What a
only thing.
concept.
We just have made our funds so complex right now that we have to kind of go back to the beginning.
Simplify. It's interesting that you say that.
Now what?
I have spent several sleepless nights thinking about you guys. You have created what looks like a perfect life. It's all built on sand because you have made not one mortgage payment from cash flow. Every mortgage payment has come off your line of credit. The debt is not the problem. The problem is you have no money to work with. This is one of the hardest things I have to do. Your challenge this week is to sell your home, pay off as much of your debt as you can, move home, so that you can recreate the down payment you'll need to start again.
We can't sell our house.
You're spending almost $1,200 a month more than you should be on housing. How are you planning to balance the budget then?
I can get it.
You can get an extra $1,200 a month net,
Yes.
and she has to be back at work full time. How are you going to do it?
A disc jockey on the side.
Are you serious?
Yeah. We can't sell our house. There's no way.
If that's what it's going to take,
We
then,
can't.
because when we bought the house, I stopped DJing and
You
stayed
know
home a
what?
lot.
Here's the thing, okay? You get it in line, no problem. You need to have a budget that balances, and you can't stay on mat leave. He can't make up the difference. There are not enough hours in a day. I want to see a plan that works. The plan doesn't work, you've not succeeded at this challenge. Coming up, I show Mike and Sandy what they'll be left with if they don't succeed. A house of cards.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Mike and Sandy have been spending money like there's no tomorrow. $9,400 more than you make every single month.
I'm still very stunned.
I've been teaching them things they should have learned about money as 12-year-olds.
If you want to be a good money manager, you should be saving.
I guess it's kind of just maybe a reality check.
But the hole they've dug is so deep, they just don't make enough income to dig themselves out. You're spending $1,200 a month more than you should be on housing. So I've had to give them one of my toughest challenges ever. Sell your home, start again.
Oh my God, I can't believe she's saying this to us. And then I was trying to think of like what Mike was thinking about.
All you people just get the out of my house.
If they can accomplish all of my challenges, they'll earn up to $5,000 to help them pay down their debt. But they've refused to sell the house, choosing instead to try and come up with an extra $1,200 a month to get their costs back in line.
As soon as Gail left, I quickly got on the horn with my DJ boss and said to him, I'm back at least 4 times a month.
But Mike's plans hit a snag when there wasn't enough DJ work to make up the shortfall. Sandy stepped up her plans to open a home daycare rather than returning to work after her maternity leave. She thinks this should increase her after-tax income by $500 a month. I lined up another home daycare provider to give Sandy some tips.
I was fortunate that when I was starting out, it was garage sale season. It was really easy to, to get a lot of toys in a really short period of time and not spend that much money. Try and handle the business side in a business-like manner, and then everything else can be about the kids. A choo-choo train?
Do you still hate me?
There you go.
Last week, if your eyes had been daggers, I'd have been dead.
Possibly.
You've come around, Mike?
A little bit.
Do you have any money left in the jars?
We do, actually.
Okay, so like, how is that possible that I cut your spending by 84% and you still have money left over?
We've already felt the difference with not having our cards with us. Like, I can't believe how much we don't spend when we don't have access to them.
Determined to keep their home, Sandy and Mike got a consolidation loan to take care of their credit card and line of credit debt. It's never a bad idea if you're lowering your interest costs and cutting up those cards. You must really love her.
I do.
Okay, because you're going to be busting your butt to keep this particular roof over your head.
Whatever it takes.
Despite all their plans, they're still $650 a month short when it comes to balancing the budget. Mike's confident he can fill that hole. Can you consistently get 3 paid jobs every single month?
I can definitely have an average of 3 over the year.
Okay, that's a good enough answer. So, like, how can I argue? Ultimately, when I go away, you're the people that have to live with this or not. So your next challenge is all about making sure whatever house you are constructing for yourself won't simply be a house of cards. You're going to get together with your family and you are going to construct a house of cards. There is a twist.
Imagine that.
You might turn up a card that says, take away 2 cards. You will be dealing with life changes and bad decisions, which we know you're more than capable of making. Coming up, learning to deal with the unexpected.
Hey, I'm pregnant.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
We always thought, oh, well, we're not that bad.
You are the worst I have come across. You've been paying your mortgage with your line of credit.
I don't know why or how we became this clueless as to how to budget.
Mike and Sandy's fairy tale romance was about to turn into a nightmare.
Keep it up, and in 5 years, $1.1 million in debt.
They would have had to struggle for years to pay down that debt, so I gave them what I thought was their best option. Sell your home, start again.
Selling this house is the last thing we will ever do.
Instead, they chose to struggle. I hope they've learned enough to be able to stay the course for the 8 years it's going to take to get themselves out of all of this consumer debt. They'll need to prove to me that they've changed before I reward them with up to $5,000 to pay down their debt.
One on top like that.
I think you need 2 on top.
Their final challenge is to construct a house of cards while dealing with unexpected situations.
Your mom has come to live with you. Pull 1 card from the
One
house.
card? That's more than 1 card. That's like a whole deck of cards.
Because Mike and Sandy's families didn't teach them about money, I asked them to join this activity so they can all learn together.
Hey, I'm pregnant. Oops. Now you have to live on less. Way less.
Your partner, has just died. Your whole life is about to change. Pull 3 cards from your house.
Mike and Sandy have taken on a lot to keep their house. But if they don't prepare for the unexpected, their situation will still be as precarious as this house of cards.
There you go.
So you bent the cards?
We bent the cards, yeah. It was the only way it was going to work. We had a patio and everything on the back. It was awesome.
Yeah, well, that sounds like it was too easy. That being said, you were headed to $1.1 million, and assuming you do what you've said, that's not where you're going, and you've consolidated your debt. But I try to get people debt-free in 3 years. Are you going to do it?
We know what we've done wrong, and now we know that we need to change it, and we're both very dedicated. And I think our son is our greatest motivation, so we have to work for him. It's all for him.
Okay, So, during the last month, what we've managed to do, we've managed to create a realistic budget for you. We created a debt repayment plan that, although it is a little long, will get you out of the hole. And we got you working together and recognizing that caca will happen. It is only a matter of time, okay? So, want to see what I have for you?
I close my eyes.
I have a check for you for $4,000.
It's a big check.
You've made progress, and I am pleased. You still have a way to go.
Okay.
However, if in 3 months you are on plan, I'll send you the extra $1,000.
That's motivation.
Okay.
I also have for you 6 certificates for you to go out for dinner.
Yay!
Pace yourself.
For 8 years,
What a year.
7 years.
You can go out once a year.
Well, it sucked seeing the 4 instead of the 5, but after the bonus, dinner nights out, and the potential to get that extra $1,000 by staying on track for the next 3 months, which is even more incentive. So we'll get the 5. Don't worry about it.